Sure.
Respected dignitaries, distinguished members and guests, good evening. I thank you all for being here with us and welcome you all to this webinar on career prospects in digital marketing. Digital marketing is a term coined in 90s. In India, digital marketing can be traced back to 1995 when VSNL launched internet services. Thereafter, digital marketing industry made sea changes. This industry has shown great potential with significant employment opportunity. It got a big boost during COVID-19 as almost every business tried to create an online presence that needs to be made popular using digital resources. In today's webinar, our keynote speaker shall provide brief about career prospects in digital marketing and explain why this industry is one of the most popular career options among professionals. The keynote speech shall be followed by question and answer. Thereafter, we shall have feedback session from Maxwell alumni. Now, I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Suhail Ahmed, Program Director at Maxwell Leadership Council, to introduce our keynote speaker. Dr. Suhail is playing a leading role after the demise of our founder, late Professor Ashraf Rizvi. Dr. Suhail was the faculty at King Abdulaziz University, is an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University and Cambridge University. Over to Dr. Suhail. I welcome you to introduce our keynote speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Wasim Amin. That was really very nice of you. And now, before we begin our actual program, let us get introduced to Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi. Now, those who are associated with Maxwell Leadership Council, Dr. Chaturvedi needs no introduction. They know him very well. But some of you, I think, are new here. You may not be knowing Professor Chaturvedi. So let me introduce Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi to you all. An alumnus of the prestigious International Visitor Program of USIA Washington, Dr. Mukesh Chaturvedi has also been Director, Acting Director, Dean, MDP Coordinator, and Area Chairperson at IMT Ghaziabad. In the last 3 decades, Dr. Chaturvedi has worked with some of the leading institutions of the country, like XLRI Jamshedpur, MDI Gurgaon, and BITS Pilani. He has been involved in teaching, training, researching, and consulting in the areas of marketing and business communication. Dr. Chaturvedi has also been a visiting faculty to Rouen Business School, France, Boston International College, Nepal, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Ranchi, IIM Rohtak, IIM Kozhikode, and IIFT Delhi. Dr. Mukesh Chaturvedi is the recipient of MDI's most coveted award for excellence in teaching for the year 2005. Dr. Chaturvedi's publications include some of the best-selling books published by top publications. So this was Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi for you all. And now I would like Professor Chaturvedi to please brief about this program, certificate program in digital marketing. Now, let me tell you that we have successfully done 3 batches of CPDM before. And last year, we got a little sluggish. As you all know that the chairman of Maxwell Leadership Council, Dr. Ashraf Rizvi, he was not keeping well. And he was the torchbearer. Let me say that, let me put it like this. So we became a little sluggish, and that was the reason behind the delay in launching the next batch of CPDM. But after a discussion with Professor Mukesh also, we thought that it's time that we start this batch, the new batch of CPDM. And I'm really very thankful to Professor Chaturvedi that he gave his consent. He agreed that we can start this program. So now let me request Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi to please brief about this course so that participants who are not aware about it, they get to know more about it. All right. Okay. So Professor Mukesh, please.
Thank you, and good evening to all. It has been a great pleasure to be associated with Maxwell Learning. And in fact, it's not that I have been, say, with it only for the last 2-3 years, but I was the other day sharing with Dr. Suhail Ahmed that my association with late Dr. Rizvi goes back many years. And since the times when he was actually planning to bring this about, and also say take it to the level of a full-fledged management institute. Anyway, that has been unfortunate that we lost him recently, but we thought that in his memory, we should be able to take the legacy forward. And therefore, I readily said, yes, why not? And this was one of the first programs that we did formally. Last year, I still remember the date. When we launched this program, it was 3rd of January last year. And it has been 1.5 years almost since then. And as Dr. Ahmed said, that we have had about 2-3 seasons. So let's hope that we will be able to take it to that level, the old level again. I'm not sure if there are still any ladies on board, but let me say that as a habit, since I'm also a person of communication, it's always better to address as ladies and gentlemen. Why take chance?
Oh, very good.
Otherwise, it becomes very difficult because you never know if there is a lady in the audience, then she might mind it. So
Yeah.
I would say, ladies and gentlemen, digital marketing, say, as Mr. Amin tried to put across, is maybe a recent phenomenon and buzzword, primarily because of the last 2.5 years when we had to go through lockdown, a lot of upheavals as far as the markets are concerned and the consumer lives are concerned. It's a combination of two words, actually, digital and marketing. And I always say, to explain very briefly what this course would be all about, is essentially how exactly you, say, use marketing through digital, say, platform, so and digital media. Let me tell you that there are certain sources, there are certain experts, some experts who say that digital marketing is nothing but digital advertising. And maybe they are not wrong, because largely, if you see, digital marketing is nothing but, say, communication, marketing communication through digital, say, media and digital, using digital platform. Okay. But then you can imagine that in today's times, marketing is on one side and the customer is on the other side. And if you look at today, say, if you look at today, what exactly is the job of marketing? It is primarily what it has always been, but slightly difficult because it is not just to persuade customers or people to buy, but also build a brand. Why would people buy unless they were able to build a brand and see meaning in a brand? Because it's essentially a question of a very long-term association with a brand, and not only a brand, beyond the brand, with a company, a marketer. So I think if you look at from that point of view, then the marketing job has become very critical. But at the same time, it is going through a very crucial phase, because an increase in e-shopping And if you see if there is an increased emphasis on digital marketing, then you can imagine how exactly the customers would be deciding what to buy and what not to buy. They cannot touch and feel. They cannot see the products on display. Okay. They only have to depend on the perception created by the communication about the brand. Therefore, I said that brand building today is the most critical task of marketing, and it's very crucial because otherwise, when you are talking about offline marketing and offline, say, shopping, when you go to the retail outlet and then you buy a product, you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can do everything with the product. Even though we all know that virtual reality is trying to create almost that kind of situation where you can have a car in a three-dimensional mode in your drawing room or in your backyard, and you can have a feel of it. But that's how many of the customers and how many of the brands are doing it and can do it. So if it's a question of, say, depending on their perception about the brand as built by the communication, then I think the job of digital marketing, critical job of digital marketing would be to create the right perception about the brand. Okay. And there are certain other advantages, of course, of digital marketing that we will be discussing. So what we discuss in this course is primarily, to begin with, say how exactly digital marketing is supposed to be a building, say, this perception through digital communication. Well, digital marketing, as said by Mr. Amin, was coined in 1990s primarily because of the fact that the first of even before, say, the mobile phones came about and then the WhatsApp came about, say, the first of the digital communications used to be through the internet, and the emails used to be sent, and these emails were the means of promotion for the brands. But that was also limited. And then suddenly then social media has given it a different kind of explosion. Okay. So you can see that the first thing that we need to appreciate in digital marketing is that what marketing is doing is in digital form. And what it is supposed to be doing is to create the right perception about the brand. Okay. Now you can see that things are getting complicated primarily because of the fact that there have been lots and lots of losses of jobs, wages, and income across the sectors and across the country. Okay. Now, what it means today that it's more tough to make people buy. In fact, I was reading only yesterday in the Economic Times, and I'm sure that you must have also seen it, that these consumer durable companies and especially consumer electronics companies are revising their targets. They are not sure whether they will be able to, because the fourth quarter is not very promising. So the third quarter has not been very promising. So they are going by, say, by quarters, and what exactly is forecast as far as the quarters are concerned. And I think if you go by the economy's performance, then I think the companies start setting their targets and revising and reviewing their targets. So it's more tough to make people say buy, spend. But the good news is that there is still a smaller section of the market which is more inclined to buy the high-end brands. See, one of my sisters-in-law, she works for a high-end brand of watches, and she was telling me that they are now trying to import. They sell imported watches. And we met say a few days back, a couple of weeks back, and then she said that they are planning to import watches worth about 2.5 crores. And I didn't believe it. Then in India, there are people who would be buying watches price 2.5 crores. That would be, say, fantastic according to my, say, any estimate as far as a watch is concerned. Okay, and then they're trying to get into jewelry also. Okay, they've been doing very well. I don't know whether it's going to be imported jewelry or they're going to make it here, but then it seems it is going to be more of imported jewelry. Okay, so I think there is, the good news is, but then the majority, it's only about 10 to 15% of the market which would be interested in this kind of a high-end, say, brand, say, buying and selling. Not majority, you can imagine. So I think, therefore, creating the right perception, making people buy in today's times, and digital marketing, say all these will have to be put together to be able to see what exactly is the task of digital marketing. Now, there are certain sectors in the last, say, 2.5 years, they going to the long drawn phenomenon of, say, work from home. It is focusing, digital marketing focusing more, and say is focusing more and pushing well-appointed homes. You must be seeing ads which are more for, say, such houses. Well-appointed homes would mean that they are trying to, say, create a different kind of an image as far as office furniture is concerned, IT products are concerned, home decoration is concerned, renovation platforms are concerned. I mean, they are suggesting. In fact, my son's brother-in-law, say, has declared that his company has told him that it's going to be permanent work from home. And you can always make a part of your house as an office or part of office. So I think, and especially in these 2.5 years, I think a lot of companies went in for, you must be seeing this. Say, IKEA is one company which has specialized in this kind of a sector, where they would be, say, able to provide any kind of, say, requirement for a well-appointed home, especially if you are looking at, say, convert your house into, or a part of your house, or a room of in your house, say, into an office. Okay? Now, there is therefore a kind of an exponential jump, say, in related, say, segments. For example, work vacations. There are different expressions that we have been using. There are wearable technologies, you wear technologies, mobile phone, Bluetooth, all these things gave us so much of flexibility to move about and then keep working. But then now you have your wearable technology where you're wearing everything on your wrist and you are working, say, with the help of that technology, which can be used anywhere, wherever you go. You only need the kind of connectivity. Okay, that's the basic. That is the basic, say, idea as far as wearable technology is concerned. Uh, there is a different kind of, say, dressing for work from home. Digital marketing companies have been pushing that work from home dressing. We know there are a lot of edutech companies which are advertising their products. These are all through digital marketing, non-curriculum skills, virtual reality, okay, or senior citizen services. Now, senior citizen services, for example, I myself, I informed Dr. Suhail Ahmed that I'm really grateful for the rescheduling of this because I have a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock, which is more online. Because where I am in Delhi, believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, the doctor sits in Gurgaon. Now, on Saturday evening, I just cannot imagine that 8 o'clock I will be able to travel, and which is more of a routine review consultation appointment for about half an hour or so. So for that, I will have to spend almost about 3 hours if I had to go up and down from here. And that's one thing. Like virtual doctor consultation is another area which has come up very well. Or pharmaceutical products you must have seen, and a lot of companies are say jumping onto the bandwagon. OTT products, OTT products. Okay, you must have read, say, only recently that very popular, say, uh, film star of film producing houses or TV serial production houses. So they are now, say, planning to move to OTT. Okay. And then fantasy, virtual sports, games, etc. All these things are, say, almost exponentially growing. Groceries, food, every second company is thinking of doing that. Okay. Even Amazon, Geo, all these companies, bigger companies are also getting into that. Now, and when you talk about Amazon and Flipkart kind of companies, then let me tell you that rather than just the e-commerce companies, say like Amazon and Flipkart, the organized sector corporates like HUL, ITC, Procter and Gamble, say they're also getting into direct to consumer through digital marketing. Now, let me tell you that beyond digital marketing, there is going to be a new area. If the corporates start, organized sector start getting into digital marketing, then it will be known more as social marketing. Okay. Now, this is what we are going to say, basically talk about and then see how exactly it is done. As far as the concepts are concerned, as far as the say operations are concerned, and as far as the models are concerned, this is what we are trying to we will be trying to see in digital marketing course. When it comes to the career prospects, let me tell you that the first thing is that we should be able to say in whatever area we are working, we should be able to keep working very well. But we should keep our eyes and ears open, and then you look for companies which are very much into digital marketing. As I told you that there are corporate sectors which are also getting into digital marketing. So I think one, you follow them, what exactly they are doing as far as digital marketing is concerned, and what exactly is the requirement. But let me tell you, basically from the career's point of view, according to me, it depends whether you are a technology person or you are an operations person. Because there are companies, if you are a technology person, then there are companies like Accenture who would like to hire you more for systems or analytics, say kind of jobs, system designing, okay, and systems management or analytics. And then when it comes to the operations background, then there are companies which would like to, as I told you, which are more like Amazon, Flipkart, or even ITC, Procter and Gamble. They would like to not only for system part, but also for delivery part, and they would be, so for example, supply chain management. They would like to hire you for that kind of situation. What exactly is the kind of role that you get to do? That is you get to do digital marketing manager kind of job. In the sense, you are at that level of digital marketing manager, so you have to manage. Now, let me tell you that when it comes to the manager, when it comes to the marketing manager, even why digital marketing manager, it is you need a kind of background in digital marketing which will help you manage in the sense that you are able to take informed decisions. Somebody else, there are all over for all kinds of operations of digital marketing, even for web designing, you will find that there are, say, specialized agencies. You may not be an expert. You should not be an expert in web designing for that matter, but it's or analytics. But the idea is that you should know what the agency is doing and how exactly you can get the best job, say, done by these agencies or these people who are working for you. You should be able to get the job done. And you should have that kind of a knowledge of that level. That's the basic idea. So you could be digital marketing manager, you could be social media manager. So how exactly you would be, for example, there is an area which is very interesting nowadays, that there is a lot of feedback coming from customers on social media. And there are specialized companies which track these feedbacks, and they analyze these feedbacks, and they are able to make reports for the companies. Okay, so that's another area, and that's the job of the social media manager, that how exactly you are able to manage social media, say, as far as the customer feedback is concerned. That's another one interesting area. Or content marketing specialist. Digital marketing is, let me tell you in other words, content marketing. Because messages say what? Message is what? It's all content. And what exactly is there in digital marketing, as I said in the beginning, it's all about communication. So what you are communicating, that exactly is the content, and that you are supposed to be managing very well. Or search engine operations, especially. For example, if you are able to specialize in, say, for example, Google search engine, then I think there are companies who would like to hire you for that kind of, say, a job. Now, these are some of the areas where perhaps you could be interested. But as I said, you have to keep your eyes and ears open, and you have to see what these companies are doing and keep track of them. And then I think you should be able to also decide what exactly, as per your background, would suit you, and how much you would be able to contribute to whatever the company would like you to work on. Okay. I hope that's okay, Dr. Ahmed.
Well, I think that is perfect, and it was quite adequate. You explained everything about digital marketing. So I would like Engineer Wasim, to continue with this program, since he is conducting the program. So please.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Mukesh, for that wonderful session. It was quite crispy, but very informative, I can say. Yeah. Now our forum is open for question and answer. If anyone would like to clarify any doubts, you can put across the chat box, or you can come live to ask the questions. Any doubts or clarification?
The floor is now open, so anyone can.
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Nadeem, is it possible you turn on your camera?
Okay, fine.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Sir, actually, I am into marketing, but that is not into digital marketing. Actually, I do marketing for a pharmaceutical company. And my doubt is like, actually, I'm going to join a course on digital marketing, and if it is worth going for that, because everything is getting digitalized these days, and everything is going online and things like such, because as we are seeing, everyone's busy in their lives and things like such. So is it safe to step into this field, or how?
Would you like to define, Mr. Nadeem, what is meant by safe?
I mean to say, would there be a continuity in this field to like, like job safety and things like such, if I am being hired by a company, and how's that?
See, I think the future of the company would not depend on the future of digital marketing. The future of the
Okay.
company will depend on so many other factors, as you know. You are in marketing.
Yeah.
The other thing is that the basic advantage of digital marketing, Mr. Nadeem, is that it reaches, say, millions of people simultaneously,
Yeah.
real time.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the only thing is that, yes, there is always a phenomenon, as you know, which is called bubble burst.
Pardon, sir?
Bubble burst.
Okay.
Now, the bubble burst,
Yeah.
is now in this case, the dot-com companies in early 2000, there was a bubble burst. But then I think if you do not know what you are doing and you just get into it because it's a fashion to get into this, then you are in trouble. So there will
Okay.
always be companies, but Mr. Nadeem, in any case, in any kind of business, there have been companies coming in and going out. The failure rate of new brands, as you know, is very high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, out of every 100 new brands that started every year, there would only be about 3 to 5 brands surviving.
I
So
know.
my only contention is that it is not because of digital marketing that your job would be unsafe. It is because of the future of the business itself, or the company itself. You have
I know. Depending on the projects that they get and things like that.
absolutely. Digital marketing is a mode of marketing.
Mode of marketing. Exactly.
Okay, but if they don't get the right kind of people, they do not get the right kind of technology, they do not put in the right amount of money, they don't have the funding, they are not able to get into the right content. So if they don't get right people to work on various aspects of digital marketing,
Yeah.
okay, then I think they could be
Yeah.
a problem.
But
And I told you the pharmaceutical companies, they have a very bright future.
okay. But
Healthcare sector.
maybe, sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Sure.
But I think so hereafter, all the normal strategy of marketing would become like digital in the years to come, I feel. Because,
Excuse me, Mr. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm interrupting, Mr. Nadeem.
No problem, sir.
There is nothing like, say, all marketing strategies becoming digital marketing. Digital
Okay.
marketing is a mode of promoting.
Yeah.
Marketing remains where it is, and it will remain where it was.
Yeah.
Marketing is basically how exactly you go about identifying needs of the customers and fulfilling them.
Yes.
So that won't change.
Yes.
It's a universal phenomenon. Marketing would not be out of fashion. The same principles are going to be adapted to the digital mode. That's all.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
have to first learn. But you
Yes.
have to first learn the marketing principle. Now, if you know marketing already, and if you are into marketing already, then it will be easier for you to appreciate how exactly now you can apply these things as far as digital marketing or digital mode is concerned.
I know. So there are n number of tools and things like such. First, we need to.
Absolutely. And then there are advanced, if you are more keen on getting into higher level digital marketing operations, then there are advanced level courses also available in digital marketing.
I know.
Okay. There are institutions, there are agencies which offer high level advanced, but this is primarily to bring you to a threshold level of understanding what is digital.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can take off.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
There is
Thank you, sir. Thank
in
you.
the chat box. What is the future of digital marketing in India and abroad?
Yes, I saw that, Mr. Amin. I think uh, I'm nobody to say what is the future of digital marketing, but it seems that digital marketing, as it has been doing for the last so many years, as you said, and if it has been there for say for the last 30 years, and then I think in the last 2-3 years, whatever we have seen, uh, and if more and more corporates are going to adopt it, then I think there should not be any doubt about the future of digital marketing. This is exactly I was in a way trying to answer or address when I was responding to Mr. Nadeem's query. So I don't think there is any doubt about. Uh, I don't think there is any doubt about the future of digital marketing, and we will be doing certain cases which will tell us the entire say base of companies like Amazon and Flipkart say is in digital marketing. You can imagine. And there are so many online companies which you can see that there are, and the entire base of OTT you can see is so the television is also getting more and more into digital. So I think there should not be any doubts about. And why I'm not sure about abroad, because unless somebody is planning to go abroad, I don't think much about abroad.
Yeah, the next one is when is the professor going to start the online classes?
4th of June. 4th of June.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, starting on 4th of June.
Looking forward to these brilliant sessions. Yeah. Okay, I have shared the link to register online. It is in the chat box. You can use this link to register online.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a compliment. Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi is very knowledgeable and brilliant in guiding marketing aspirants. Thank you very much.
That is from Praveen, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am?
That's very humbling, actually. I don't know. I think.
Yes, Suhail.
Yeah.
The CHATURVEDI.
Yeah.
Though I'm not a professional, I get people, students to sessions. I wish I could be a full-time student, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We only 4th is too soon, I think, to circulate. No, it has to go a little bit. You know, we are just we have hardly a week to go. 4th is when?
Yes, exactly a week to go.
Yeah.
Okay, try our best then.
All right, thank you very much.
There is a query from Khalid Khatri. Looks like the digital marketing will continue for a long time. It will evolve over the time, but no disappear. Yeah, it's a statement. Yeah, good.
True.
I think instead of writing anything in the chat box, I think it's better that you can interact with Professor Mukesh. He's in front of you right now. So if there is anything which is just there in your mind, please do not hesitate to ask.
No, the 12th standards have just finished exam.
Sorry, ma'am?
I think your level is far higher. The 12th standards children, school, the exams have just got over.
Right.
It's too early for them to get into such a course because I think yours is far higher.
Yeah, Professor Mukesh, I think he's the right person to answer this.
12th standards have just finished their exams. I'm a mentor for a couple of students who have just passed out 12th.
What do you think, sir?
No, I think the person should be at least a graduate.
Yes, I think so. Your level is far higher than, I don't think they'll be able to comprehend what your level of the content.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think this course is for graduates.
Okay, we'll have them circulated among the graduates then in colleges. That'll be better.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else would like to come forward? Or we go to the feedback session? Yeah. So now let me invite Engineer Sufyan Sheikh He's the operations engineer at Al Ghani Fencing Factory, Qatar. He did his marketing management at Maxwell Leadership Council under Dr. Mukesh Chaturvedi. Mr. Sufyan, can you please share your experience?
Good evening, everyone. So,
Good
my
evening.
name is Sufyan
Can
Sheikh.
you switch on your camera if you don't mind?
Sorry. Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, my
Good
name
evening.
is.
Good evening. How are you, Mr. Sheikh?
I am good, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. So, myself, Sufyan Sheikh, and working as a project sales and operations at Al Ghani Fencing Factory. So, I would like to share my feedback on this marketing management course. So, I am basically from sales background. So, by joining Maxwell course, it has helped me to improve my skills in the marketing and sales to deal with the customers in my practical life. So there are many key points I learned from Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi. So I will highlight some points like how the market works and market study, market concepts, and different types of orientations like promotion channels and negotiation skills. This is major in the sales field. So basically, I have sharpened my skills by joining this Maxwell and the course, of course, the marketing management. So I would like to thank Mr. Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi sir for having a wonderful session on the marketing management. And of course, my general manager, Mr. Wasim Amin, to introducing the course to me. So all good for the newcomers who are into the fields of marketing and sales. It's a good course to join.
Thank you. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have engineer Jamshed Ahmad Khan. He is the ex-consultant and project engineer at Ministry of Defense, Oman. He did his executive diploma in management at Maxwell Leadership Council. I welcome engineer Jamshed Ahmad Khan to share few of his insights about the course at Maxwell.
Good evening, all. Let me begin with a quote to share my experience with Maxwell. An organization, no matter how well designed, is only as good as the people who live and work in it. So as Maxwell, with dedicated, passionate teaching faculties. Verbally, mine was the first EDM batch with Maxwell. When I saw Maxwell's flyer for the first time, it was mentioned an initiative of IIM and IIT, faculty and alumni. I made up my mind to do this course because earlier I had a desire to study in IIM, but I could not do that. So I thought this is the right choice. After joining the course, I felt I am really lucky to learn through such a dedicated, passionate, and eminent resourceful mentors. I also felt that the method of teaching and explaining is excellent, as earlier I did 2 years full-time MBA through distance education mode, but the method of teaching and explaining the concepts with Maxwell is far better than that. I had a great experience with Maxwell. What an excellent journey it was. I learned communication skills, managerial skills, and a lot more. So this course will also help you a lot. I recommend to join this course since the faculty and Maxwell is doing very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, engineer Jamshed Ahmad Khan. Now I invite engineer Mazharul Haq Saab. He is an IT expert and working for a steel company in Kuwait. He completed his program in communication at Maxwell Leadership Council, and he also played a key role in launching youth leadership program at Maxwell alumni. I welcome engineer Mazharul Haq Saab to share some insights about Maxwell.
I would like to interrupt here, Brother Wasim. Actually, I can see there is a question from Praveen ma'am. is there any course for business owners? So what would you like to say on this, Professor Mukesh? I mean, the course which is also lined up, that is the simulation-based course.
Enterprise
What about
management.
that? Enterprise management, do you think,
Yes.
I mean, that is for business owners?
I was about to say that.
Yeah, right.
Yes, enterprise management is the course for that, for business owners.
Praveen ma'am, so we have a course lined up, and that too is by Professor Mukesh Chaturvedi, that is Certificate Program in Enterprise Management, CPEM. The last date for the registration for this course, that is 5th of June, and the program will commence on 16th of June.
12th of June.
12th of June. Oh, yes, 12th of June.
12th of June.
Right, okay, so now Mr. Mazhar can speak.
Thank you so much, Engineer Wasima Saab and Dr. Soil Saab. Respected dignitaries and my fellow dear participants, Assalamu alaikum and very good evening to one and all. First of all, I'm very thankful to our Lord who gave us this opportunity to learn from comfort of our home, from best of the best teachers present at different geographical locations. It's my pleasure and honor to be part of this prestigious group. I connected with Maxwell almost 2-3 years back when I came across one of the wise message of late Dr. Professor Ashraf Saab shared in one of our WhatsApp group. When I listened to his message, I realized the power and the passion behind those words. I cannot stop myself to become part of his dream. I did English language and communication course with Maxwell, conducted by Dr. Soil sir. It was a fantastic journey. Basically, English course was designed for 2 months, but our batchmates willing to learn more and more. So the course was extended for 2 more months. You can imagine the power in learning and teaching in a moment of enjoyment. Being in Maxwell, I got an opportunity with engineer Wasim Ahmad Saab to conduct youth leadership program called as YLP in coordination with Toastmasters International. We trained almost 30 budding kids for public speaking, and inshallah, we are planning for a speechcraft program for elders in near future. And I'm also willing to join EDP course, inshallah, in future if suppose they'll start in very soon. But due to time constraint, maybe in here and a little bit here and there, because we have almost 2.5 hour time difference between India and Kuwait. And with these words, I wish all the best for Maxwell and FAME to grow leap and bound. And thanks a lot for listening to me, and over to you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mazhar Saab.
Thank you.
Now the last session shall be the vote of thanks by Dr. Aftab Rizvi. He's a passionate educator, researcher, business analytics, freelancer trainer. He's an alumnus of Aligarh Muslim University, was a faculty at Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Dubai. I invite Dr. Aftab Rizvi for the vote of thanks. Dr. Aftab.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rami. Good evening, Mukesh sir. How are you?
Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing?
I am fine. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
So, we are making arrangement for Dubai, sir, very soon.
Good.
So our digital marketing will reach there. So
yes, inshallah.
Good afternoon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we close today's webinar on career prospect in digital marketing, 28th May 2022, it's my honor and pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks to all who have helped make this event such a success. Max Leadership Council is conducting several leadership development programs and training programs for corporate leaders and students. In addition, it is conducting free coaching and training for several competitive examinations, including IES, PCS, PCSJ, SSC, CDS, and CAT for students. And we are adding more programs in the future, and this is one of them. A train without a driver, ship without a captain, plane without a pilot, Maxwell without late Dr. M. Ashraf Rizvi Sahab. has no meaning. We are very grateful to late Dr. M. Ashraf for his motivation and continual support to all members of MAXA Leadership Council. He always shared his experience, knowledge, and wisdom of the business world as it is and as it should be. He has given us a legacy, and we will take it forward. Every member of MAXA has this commitment. We would like to express our deep felt thanks to our honorable professor, distinguished professor, Dr. Mukesh CHATURVEDI Sahab, for gracing the occasion, sharing his knowledge, and conducting this interactive session on career prospects in digital marketing. He emphasized understanding digital marketing. What is digital marketing? Why is digital marketing essential? And how is digital marketing defined and measured? He has given a whole idea and concept of digital marketing. He focused on building a brand and why people should buy your product. That was an amazing, why they should buy our product. Next, he talked about the career prospects in this area. Finally, he talked about various advantages of this course and gave the blueprint of the digital marketing program. To me, he is a brand himself in the higher education spectrum and business world. And today uses a digital platform to provide what digital marketing is all about.
Thank you very much. You are
So,
humbling.
thank you very much, Professor Mukesh CHATURVEDI, sir. We are really grateful to you that you have taken time out, come to this forum, and given a complete overview and picture about the digital marketing and about our program. Thank you very much, sir. Now I want to thank Dr. Sohail Ahmed Sahab, our program director, MAXA, and Engineer Wasim Amin Sahab, our president, MAXA Alumni Association, for organizing this important webinar. I would like to thank Engineer Sufyan Sheikh Sahab, Engineer Jamshed Khan Sahab, Engineer Madhurul Haq Sahab for giving their valuable feedback to make our program better. Last but not least, we thank all people who attended this webinar. We request all of you to register for this program as soon as possible. I want to say one thing for you guys, because many experienced people are sitting out here. Learning never stops. To them, I just say, manzil se aage badhkar manzil talash kar. Whatever you have decided your destination, go ahead for that. So manzil se aage badhkar manzil talash kar, mil jaye tujhko dariya to samandar talash kar. Never stop your learning, whatever age you are. And Dr. Mukesh CHATURVEDI is here. He is cooperating with us. He is taking time out to deliver the lectures. So we request all of you to go for that. Our vision for MLC is to make it even bigger and better, where a confluence of divergent thoughts, ideas, and nationalities will all come together under one roof to make great things happen, especially in developing and nurturing leadership. Our vision is to make it more contemporary, more approachable, and give it a younger, vibrant look. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Over to Wasim Amin Sahab.
Thank you, Dr. Aftab. That was really a wonderful finish, I can say. So with this, I hand it over to our host, Dr. Sohail Ahmed.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Professor Mukesh CHATURVEDI and to all the members who are here. All right. So MAXA Leadership Council looks forward to you all, those who really look forward to joining the course. We want you to join this program. It's a wonderful program. And those who couldn't make it, at least you can reach them if you are able to. So that would be a great favor to us, right? So with these words, let us close the session, and thank you all once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. So can we end now?
Yes.
Please.
Right. Okay. Thank you all very much.